Welcome to Dowdy-Ficklen Stadium, home to the East Carolina Pirates, where the purple has engulfed this place as they are ready for a showdown. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the MAC, the Toledo Rockets, taking on a team from the American, the East Carolina Pirates. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Pirates' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. On the move from inside his 5. So Toledo's offense will have the first possession of the game. Give to the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. To the air, it's Moses. Here's the heat. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. And the crowd bringing the energy, trying to help this defense get off the field on 3rd and 10. Oh, they're after him. And the deflection by the defense. Great play on 3rd down brings us to 4th. The Rockets will call on their punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Just concentrate on one thing, making the catch. The Pirates offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And this might be a real challenge for this quarterback because that corner, David, can take away an entire half of the field.
Yeah, and that's the bright part of this defense. Like you know out wide exactly what you're getting week in and week out, and it is top flight. Like one of the best in the country at your spot. So interested to see how this passing attack works while avoiding that guy, because I'm not going after him, Palmer.
Well, I don't think this quarterback has seen a second.
There he goes. Still making moves. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
They're going to ride this running back. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Pirates now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking downfield, it's Jeter. Got his man. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Got it. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. And the Pirates will try to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, Purple Pirates! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here, he does a lot of blocking. You play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? Peek in the backfield. And you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost him, Reese.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Toledo has the ball. Here comes the offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Now the play fake. Here's the pressure. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Well, the defense has the opponent backed up in their own end, and they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback. You see the athleticism and the speed they have up front as they're able to notch that sack.
And the Rockets will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Power football with the run. And they get him down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to run for it. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get it. Second guy finally did. A first down run on the doorstep. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. The big fellas line up in a goal line defense. Pushes toward the goal line. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, East Carolina.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. South Carolina is ahead in Columbia, but that's not exactly George Rogers out there scoring touchdowns. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 7 over Miami.
Off the play fake on first down to throw.
We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
The Rockets trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. They've got to come safe completion on the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Punt is in the air. Now on the return. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Handoff from the gun. He's now up to 77 yards rushing already. You want to talk about establishing the running game. They're doing that in the season opener. They'll test the right side. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Pirates come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Back to throw, it's Jeter. Under fire. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires to the big fella. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Looking for room, it's Montgomery. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Lost one on that last one, it's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Got it behind the line, it's Riles. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the 1st.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Under fire. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, it fell incomplete because he did a great job of getting to the quarterback. He's in the pocket. Yeah, he's comfortable, but you get in there and you get a hit on him. Now he feels it, can't throw the football, can't follow through with his arm motion. Nice job by the defense.
And that one will sail out of bounds. No chance for a return there. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Here's the handoff. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. That's the end of the period, and East Carolina has the lead. And that was an impressive and dominant 1st quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Big turning point as we head into the 2nd and get this game rolling again. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Keeps it on the bootleg. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the 1st half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point, they know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the 1st half.
And the Rockets send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. He's got it near midfield. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Off the RPO, complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Jeter. Pressure coming. They get to him as he throws. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. And the Pirates will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Here comes the offense onto the field again. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Pulls it in. It's Crosby. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. The Rockets headed quickly to the line. From the gun, the running back has it. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. And the Rockets will try to pin them back with the punt. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 48. The give on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Pirates with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll move the tight end. They'll run play action. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Got him downfield. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. And the Pirates are moving quickly down the field.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Guys, let's talk big picture East Carolina. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back. No one expected much of them that season either, so you never know. What's important is what people believe inside your own locker room. This team thinks they can do some really special things this year, and they get a chance to start strong here in week 1.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. From inside the 10, here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Rockets offense is back on the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Nothing went well in the 1st quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now, chip into this lead, try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to that.
Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Need 10 yards on this 3rd down, and they're backed up inside their own 20. To the air, it's Moses. Rushes on him. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
The
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
The Rockets line up to punt it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. Fair catch just inside the 40. Hand off from the shotgun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. He'll pull it down and run. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain. The Pirates will send out the punt unit. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. Guys, let's see what Toledo can get done on offense this time. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to pass. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now the 7th sack of the game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Hit as he throws. And a missed connection on 3rd down. And the Rockets will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking to throw, it's Jeter. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They've built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays. Exactly what you needed. Put some doubt in his head. Get to him. Hit him. Get physical. They get the sack on this play, and that's just what they needed.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. Got a man. It's Montgomery. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. After the short completion, do they go for the big one on 3rd down? Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Kick is in the air. Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quickly to the tight end. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there. The Rockets will hustle to the line.
First down for the offense.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Got the back over the middle. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Trying play action. Throws to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Crosby. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
At the 26-yard line.
Dropping back, it's Moses. Finds the tight end. He gets just inside the red zone and goes out of bounds at the 19. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. And this one splits the uprights. That'll close the gap to 14.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. On the run from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So the offense has done its job. They have the lead, and they'll secure it as we head to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, one of the best atmospheres in football, and we've got a fun one from Greenville. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium.
And the Rockets will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. The play action fake. Here comes the heat. On target over the middle. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain. Now on the move. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. After a good pickup on the run, it's second down. They'll try to get outside. Turning it on. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Pirates are moving quickly down the field. Fullback's got it. Can't get him to the ground. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. From the gun, running back on the move. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Give him 88 yards rushing, and he's making sure the defense feels him in this opening game. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. After losing yardage, it's second and 12. Using his legs, it's Montgomery. They've got him in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of pretty much what he got on the previous play. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Quarterback on the keeper. Brought down at the 37-yard line, and this defense denies them on third down. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Toledo has the ball. Here comes the offense. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking distance, but they have very little to show for their possession so far. Runs through a tackle. And he's out of bounds, but not before a good, sizable pickup, and that has been a rare sight in this one.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Never gives anyone a clean shot at him. He's down to the 34. The Rockets are in the hurry-up.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry-up.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Gives it to the back on the draw. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. And the Rockets kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Back to throw. It's Moses. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
They say pressure busts pipes. This quarterback can attest to that. Goodness gracious, they're getting after him all day. There's a reason they're behind. Pressure the quarterback goes a long way to getting the W.
They'll try the right side. They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Bring in the heat. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the...
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And that's just a simple blitz by the middle linebacker, and he's able to win up front. He sees the gap. He's able to beat his block and get to the QB.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up. The Pirates will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Got his man on the right. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. So now it's 2nd and long. From the gun, the ground game. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. The Rockets line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Scanning the field, it's Moses. Pocket breaking down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. Pulls and fires complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. They'll move the wide receiver. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Pirates decide to punt it away. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And that is a major reason why this team is losing the football game. They can't protect the quarterback. They can't generate big plays in the passing game because up front, they're getting beaten time and time again.
And the Rockets have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. To the air, it's Moses. Here's a heat. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. QB got it himself. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
And that's your number for 1st down.
Caught behind the line. It's Holly. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening as they get set to snap it just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Big guy smells it. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. This defense has been lights out, stubborn on the doorstep. Can the offense finally find the end zone? Flushed out of the pocket. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Okay, so I thought they might go for it here. Instead, they'll send out the field goal unit. And he uses the old bank shot to knock it off the left upright and get it through somehow. They are forced to settle for the field goal.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Off play action. He's going to throw deep right side. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team.
All right, sense of urgency now has to go through the roof for this team. They needed their defense to come up with that turnover right there. So if you're on offense, you got to get these plays called. You got to get aggressive, take some shots, because you can now go and win this game.
And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Looking for a man. It's Moses. Oh, they're after him. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
The Rockets now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to fire on second down. The screen, he can go. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The offense lining up for a first down play. Drives the back and leaves it. He breaks a tackle. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. And the Rockets with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Gives it on the option. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. They'll try to sneak it.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Second down, they'll go to the air. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
These are the perfect situations you love to be in. Known passing situations. These are not where the offensive tackles want to be. And when you're on the edge and there's no threat of the run, pin your ears back, get the nice first down sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Intercepted to stop the threat. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the big fella. You can dance around and look for space, or you can throw the stiff arm at him. He gets it out to the 17. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. He's now up to 95 yards rushing, and this offense wanted to establish the ground game, and man, have they started the season right in that regard. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Bought a little time, lets it go. Snagged out of the air. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Pirates pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does.
He's loose on the left. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. The RPO, it's complete. Touchdown, ECU! A great catch and run for 6.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And now, with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Texas looks like a bunch of world beaters right now, marching all over that field like Bevo in the pregame.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Back to pass, it's Moses. Here's the pressure. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The Rockets want to crank the tempo.
And the offense, after giving up that sack, they're not going to take time to think about what happened. They're going right back to the line of scrimmage to try to run another play.
Finds his man. It's Lang. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Lofts one deep down the right side. And he makes the catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Toledo. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. They've really got this offense humming. Just the 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. Touchdown, Rockets! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And after making the extra point, they're down 24-13. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, Dave.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
He'll do it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. Well, they've already made one. The holder will put it down at the 38 for a 48-yard attempt. No good. After the miss, the lead still at 11.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like, The field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Motion from the wide receiver. Back to throw, it's Moses. A strike downfield. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. He spikes it. Clock stops as they try to rally late. Backed up now. Here's second and long.
No gain on the play. Brings up second down.
Wants to go up top. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch, converts on fourth down, is still on his feet. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. To the air on first down. Fires toward the end zone. And the pass will be incomplete, looking for a little window dressing at the end, but the ball game is over. You waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another